Well, hello there. Hey, I'm back. Hello, YouTube. Good evening. I'm William Brantley, reporting from South Jackson, Tennessee. Ready to share with you today's weather climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. I apologize for taking so long to get back with you. Almost a week now since I've been able to report to you. But I did have a problem with my leg. Had a infection that built up, and I had to go to the Jackson General Hospital, and I actually had to stay for about 3 days there. But thank heavens I made it back home and recovering fairly good. So maybe I can get back on fairly regular basis reporting to you the weather from the Jackson, Tennessee area, more specifically Bemis, Tennessee, of course, and try to keep you updated on the forecast as I go along. Alright, now that I made it home and back to videoing, I hope, at least for a few days, I'll go ahead and start off with today, like I usually do. I can't give you, well, I can give you yesterday's climate summary as a briefing. I just didn't get a chance to make a video of it. Yesterday, May 30th, low here in Bemis was 66 degrees. Yesterday's high was 82 degrees and had 600ths of an inch of rainfall here in Bemis yesterday, and it fell during the 1 a.m. and again 8 through 10 a.m. hours yesterday. Yesterday's highest wind gust was 23 miles per hour out of the west at 2:19 p.m. And for all the other details, like the barometric pressure, humidity, and all that, the maximum and minimums on that, you can go to a regular climate data blog and see that at williamebrantley.wordpress.com and view it there if you'd like to have that information, or go to Google at brantleysweather.blogspot.com and read it there as well. If you'd like to have the dew point, humidity, lowest wind speed, the highest lowest barometric pressure, all the basic extremes for midnight to midnight, you can find that information there for May 30th, rather than taking the time up here on the video to explain all that. And really, you can find the same thing for today's on my Facebook timeline and Twitter pages. The print form of that there, rather than trying to go through it here on the video. So if you want to know what the highest, lowest humidity was, barometric pressure, wind, dew point, and all that, rather than taking the time to read it all here, which is okay, I'll save a little time and just print it out. Then you can go to, like I said, the Facebook timeline page or my Twitter page and find a printout of that. Usually on Facebook and Twitter, I usually put a quick noon summary on it, and at 5 p.m. I sum up the day with all that information from midnight to 5 p.m., which is really what, a 17-hour summary from midnight to 5 p.m. Then on my main blogs, which I just gave you the links for that, that'll be a 24-hour summary from midnight to midnight there. It's up to you whether you want to go to each of those places to get that additional information beyond what I share here on my YouTube videos. And same thing with my forecast. If I don't get a chance to do my forecast every once in a while, you can always go to my forecast pages and get it there. Most of the time, as long as I'm at home and up to it, I'll update it there on my printout forms. Forecast, of course, is southjacksonweather.wordpress.com or Mr. William Brantley's forecast.blogspot.com. Either or. Get it the printout form if I don't make it on the video. Alright, I thought I'd explain all that. Most of you already know that anyways, but I just thought I'd reshare it anyways. Alright, let me go ahead and go on today's, give you a brief version of today's summary, and then I'll take it from there. As of 5 p.m. here in Bemis, it was partly cloudy. The temperature at that time was 83 degrees. And I checked it just a few minutes ago. As of about 7:23 p.m., I believe it was 78 degrees here in the Bemis area. Today turned out to be a pretty day, actually. And tomorrow probably about the same and similar to Sunday. But I'll go into details on that when I get to the forecast and all. Okay, see, the dew point at 5 p.m. was 56 degrees. Again, the temperature was 83 at 5 p.m. Humidity was at 40% at that time. We had northwest winds at 12 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was 29.90 inches of mercury. I'll go ahead and give you the highest wind gust, even though that is also in print form. I'll go ahead and give it to you here since it don't take that long to mention it. The southwest winds at 25 miles per hour was today's highest wind gust, and that occurred at about 12:30 p.m. I've got the records there too, but I'll go ahead and share them here as well since it don't take that long to mention them. Records for May the 31st. The May 30th records will be on my Facebook timeline and Twitter pages if you want to go and look that up. Alright, 31st records for May. Hottest tide would be 95 degrees. First set in 1951, then tied in 1953, and tied again in 1988. The coolest high would be 64 degrees, and that happened in 1964. Ironic numbers there. Warmest low would be 74 degrees. It happened in 1985. And the coldest low would be 45 degrees, and that happened in 1981. Today's rainfall record would be 3.20 inches. A lot of rain there. And 2001 is when that happened. Let me see if I can find yesterday's record. Yesterday's rainfall record for May 30th would be 3 inches, and that occurred in 2004 is when that happened. Alright, I'll let that go for the basic summary and get on to the other information. Since I explained a few things that I wanted to explain. Let me show you the radar. There's really nothing on it, but I'll go ahead and show it to you anyways. Got another beautiful Friday evening going on here in Jackson and West Tennessee. And it's going to continue at least through tomorrow. And it'll be semi-okay Sunday. With more details on that, we'll go along a bit further. Alright, don't look like there's anything nearby for Jackson. At least not within a 100-mile radius of Jackson. Let me branch out one more zoom and see it's a little bit of rain trying to form over in Middle Tennessee, mainly near Bowling Green, Kentucky. Let me stretch this on over so I can show it to you better. There's a little bit of rain up near Bowling Green, Kentucky, moving southeast into northern Middle Tennessee, just north of Portland. And there'll be light showers just east of Cookeville. And there's a few up there in northeast Tennessee, east of Rogersville and Johnson City and that area. But looks like they're dying down now that the sun's about to get ready to set. Most of this will. But over here in West Tennessee, for now, we're in the clear. We should be for the next few days, actually, here in Jackson. Alright, that's the latest radar, and thank goodness, nothing severe. And yesterday's rain's been the first rain that I've had since about Sunday, actually. And yesterday's rain was light. Like I said, it was 0.06 of an inch. None today, of course. Then I think I can't remember if I mentioned that or not. No rainfall today. Oh, I did forget to mention the low and high. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Low temperature today was 61 degrees here at Bemis, and the high today made it up to 86 degrees. And of course, like I said, no rainfall fell here since midnight. Alright, I did forget that part. Now that I remembered, I'll move on to the other details. Let's look at the satellite picture. One of them at least, a couple of versions here. Beautiful fair skies. There's clouds around us, but they're all moving by us. There's rain over there in East Tennessee from what we just saw a while ago. A few clouds associated with that. But the thicker clouds are mainly staying to our south. So that means it's going to be basically fair skies for the rest of tonight and probably on into tomorrow. Now take another angle look at it from the Little Rock, Arkansas angle, if I can get it out. Same thing here. Let me get it to moving again, so you can see it as well. There's some clouds in southern Arkansas, way up in northern Missouri. All of it's moving east, so it's not going to affect us here in Tennessee. Maybe a few clouds along the Tennessee-Mississippi border. Maybe about as close as it's going to get to Jackson, but it looks like they just cleared. So we're going to have a nice evening tonight here in West Tennessee and probably tomorrow as well. Most of the clouds is thicker way on down into Texas and Louisiana, down in there, which I'll see a map of that in just momentarily. Alright, let's move on to, speaking of that, let's move on to the current surface map. Thanks to the Weather Channel. And it looks like really nothing going on here. We've got a cold front that moved through a few days ago that's cooled us down just a little. At least we got out of the 90s. What few 90s we had. I think we had 90 and 91 degrees. I think Sunday was 90 degrees for a high. At least the Sunday. Monday might have hit 91. If I can remember what the airport had for that day. But since I wasn't here, I'm not 100% sure. But I think the airport had 91 Monday. But ever since then, that's cooled down back into the 80s again. Alright, I'll give you a little bit minor summary there. That explains the rain over in middle and east Tennessee some, thanks to that low pressure there. And there you see the other frontal systems. The front's well south of us now. Few scattered showers around the northern portions of the country this evening, as you can see. Alright, let's look at tomorrow's forecast map, thanks to the Weather Channel, of course. Tomorrow morning's map looks like very little changes from the current, actually. Low pressure over Arkansas is going to take care of us. The front stays south of us, as you can see. Little bitty spotty areas of light rain mainly. When you see darker green, that's slightly heavier, maybe 50% or higher for the chances in the darker green. Less than 50% in the lighter green, of course. And there you see most of the country is fairly dry tomorrow morning. Not too many spots is going to be raining tomorrow morning. Fairly dry across the whole U.S. And I believe it's almost the same thing for midday tomorrow. Yeah, I'll go ahead and show it to you, but very little changes in actual movement of any of the systems there. There you go. You see where it may be raining lightly in parts of the country, mainly well north and east of us here in West Tennessee. And some over the Great Smoky Mountains, of course. Most of it looks like it's light for midday tomorrow. Alright, let's look at tomorrow night's forecast map. Very little changes, and that's usually the case in the summer months. It changes more often in the winter, of course. Still scattered to our north. Looks like it might be light rain possible tomorrow night up in St. Louis, Missouri, for example, just to mention one location. And there you see the other spots where it could be have some light rain tomorrow, mainly associated with all those lows that's so close together. Nothing here in West Tennessee still. And looks fairly dry out west too. Again, that's tomorrow night's forecast map. Alright, now let's look at the local forecast right here in West Tennessee. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you tonight and hope it don't mess up my video. I'm going to see if I can show it to you and hopefully you can read it. Or should I show it? Maybe I'll try it like this. It seems like it shows up better. I'll update it at 7 o'clock, as you can see. Mostly clear skies. Let me move the box over some. Maybe that'll help. There we go. Mostly clear tonight, of course. That's today's high and low. Can't really see it that good. I'm going to go ahead and go back to continue reading it to you. There's another one that I can go to that prints a little bit bigger. But when I start moving it down, it wants to make my voice start dragging. And I don't want that to happen either. So I'll go ahead and continue reading it. Mostly clear course, tonight and tomorrow, up until about noon on Sunday, then becoming very cloudy on Sunday. Looks like on Monday, fair till noon, then very cloudy once again. Next Tuesday, very cloudy all day. Next Wednesday, the next chance for rain in the area. Very cloudy with a 50% chance of a few scattered showers to Wednesday night, then just very cloudy. Next Thursday, very cloudy with a 50% chance of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. Next Friday, about the same thing. As well as next Saturday, June the 8th, and Sunday, June the 9th. Looks like there's a 50% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms really from Wednesday all the way through next weekend. But it's about 50% each day, most of the time, but not necessarily guaranteed all the time. Most of it's going to be afternoon variety, maybe early evening, summer-related, pop-up kind. But there'll be a 50% coverage or chance of that happening. Beyond that, though, it's going to be very cloudy to fair. If that doesn't get too complicated for you. I've been running down a few highs and lows for you. For Saturday, low near 60, high of 87, west winds of 5 to 15. Sunday, low of 65, high of 86, northwest winds of 10 to 20. Monday, low of 60, high of 82, with east winds of 10 to 20. Tuesday's low near 63, high of 85, south winds of 5 to 15. Wednesday next week, low of 70, high of 83, with south winds of 10 to 20. Next Thursday, low of 69, high of 80, with southwest winds of 10 to 20. Next Friday, low of 69, high of 81, south winds of 10 to 20. Hey, the highs are getting a little nice and cool there some ways toward that, about that time frame. Then by next weekend, next Saturday, low of 68, high of 82, with south winds 10 to 20. By next Sunday, June the 9th, low of 68, high of 86, with south winds of 10 to 20 miles per hour. Well, at least there's no 90s expected through at least Sunday, June the 9th. And I think I looked at the 15-day outlook just moments ago. I don't think there's any 90s on it either. But by then, we'll be getting toward the middle of June and end of June. By July, I'm sure we'll be dealing with 90s almost every day. But what about that when we get to July? Alrighty, that's it for tonight. Again, another pleasant weekend coming up overall. Very little rains expected at this time at least. Not until really about Wednesday. There are some computer models that's trying to predict a little bit of rain in our area by tomorrow night, toward midnight, and be gone around 3 a.m. Sunday morning. Sunday morning. But that's just one isolated computer model I saw. I'll mention that just to play it safe, but it's not enough for me to put it in my forecast yet. I may change that by tomorrow. You know how changeable the forecast can be this time of the year. Alrighty, that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching and viewing and subscribing and not letting me go and not unsubscribing that I know of. I appreciate you having patience. Usually if I don't do one, it's usually because I just don't feel like it at the moment or if I'm in hospital. But you know me, if I'm here and available, feel like it, you can do it, I'm going to do a video so that I can explain it to you the best of my understanding. And I thank you for your patience and waiting on me, and I hope to get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow night. And until then, good night, and may God bless each and every one of you. Bye-bye. From Jackson, Tennessee.